Hi everyone, it's Anna, co-founder of Alive New York. For those who don't know, Alive New York is the largest celebrity health event in the world in New York City in June, and it will be streamed globally to millions and interpreted as well. It is a fundraiser for the American Anti-Cancer Institute and 20 other charities, and could quite possibly be the largest charity event in the world with your help. Proceeds of live stream and live ticket sales go to the AACI and the charities, but you can learn more about that at our website, alivenewyork.org. But I'm here to talk to you tonight about the power of you, something that's been on my heart. And I think we've all been to that place at one time or another or more, where we feel like we lose ourselves and we allow others to dictate our life, to tell us who we are, what we should do, how we should talk, how we should be, or they view us a certain way, and we feel like that's how we have to come off to the world, and we, in a sense, lose ourselves. And I've been there. I've been misunderstood before, and the one thing that is the most important thing for us is to be true to ourselves, to hold on to the power of you, the power of us, who we are and who we were created to be. And, people always have things to say, you'd be good at this, or you should think about doing this, and they're probably right. We would be good at these things, but at least for me, in my experience, I don't want to just be good. I want to be great. And we're all created with a purpose. And when we live in that purpose, we are great. That is where we shine. That is when we just come out of our caterpillar and we bust out as a butterfly. And I just encourage you all to own that power of you. If some of us, are dictated by our parents, and we want to be who they want us to be, we want them to be proud of us and accept us, and we allow that to dictate our life. Others, it's our teacher, our coach, our boss. On a bigger scale, for celebrities, it's the publicists, their managers, their reps, and they create this illusion to the rest of the world of who they are, and then they feel like they can never really be themselves, which makes sense why some of them have so many different struggles and issues that they have to deal with, because they're not being true to who they are. They're being who their publicist or who their rep wants them to be. And nobody should dictate our choices. Nobody should dictate what we say, how we say it, when we say it, where we are, where we show up, what we do in life, what our job is, but us. Because we know ourselves best, and our heart will always tell us what that is. Our heart will always guide us. As Oprah says, live in the flow. The flow will never steer you wrong. The flow is that quiet voice and that quiet nudge that pushes you along in life. And it will direct you and guide you to exactly where you need to be. The Alchemist talks about our personal legend in his book, and that's so powerful that I recommend that book to anybody who's seeking right now. But your mind and heart have to be open to receive his words. And he talks about it represents all of us on a search for what we were created to be and who we were created to be. And it's not without struggle, and it's not without misunderstanding, but there is nothing more rewarding, and you feel so fulfilled when you walk and own your power. Oprah says, own your own power. That is so powerful, because that is the power of you. And I just wanted to say, wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're going through, don't let anybody dictate your life. You're you, and you were put here with a purpose, and you were put here with beauty to let it shine, so let it shine. Be who you were meant to be, even if you feel like you're misunderstood and standing alone, because you know what? The fragrance of heaven rests upon us when we walk and live and speak with the power of us in us. So I challenge you today to just remember the power of you. And tied into Alive New York that's part of our mission here, is everybody owning their own power, everybody understanding the power of them, and coming together for the same common goal. We all need and want and desire the same things, and we all want a common solution, which is love, which is truth, which is the ability to choose, which is the ability to be ourselves and be accepted that way, to be met at our own level, wherever that is, without judgment. And that's one of the reasons we created this event. And I just ask you today to visit alivenewyork.org, see what we're about. And our campaign is to reach 1 million people with this. Do you know that every 30 seconds, somebody commits suicide. That's heartbreaking. Those statistics are, one, health issues are tied to suicide. You know, being imbalanced or a lack of vitamin D and different things tie into this. These mental illnesses or these other things that lead people to commit suicide. But on top of that, it's being misunderstood. It's not owning the power of you. That these are heartbreaking statistics. Every 30 seconds somebody does. And you know, those statistics could go down if we all truly came together and started caring for our brother and sister again. If we just started encouraging each other and saying, you know what, it's not about what I think about somebody. It's not about what I think is right or what I think is best. Let me see where this person's at. Let me meet them where they're at. I want to know their power. I want to help them unlock that power. I want to help them be great because I want to be great. And it just shifts everything. There's a huge shift in humanity when that happens. And the only way that Alive New York can happen is with your help, with your belief, with your donations. We're a nonprofit organization. We're not tied to the government. We're not tied to corporations. None of that. We're fueled completely and solely based upon the belief and the funds of people like you. And so being able to donate $1, $10, $1,000, whatever you can, helps fund this event and helps bring these statistics down, not with just suicide, but also suicide by lifestyle, which leads into the cancer statistics and the diabetes and the autism and everything else. And the truth is, it affects all of us. It affects by the end of 2012, it's going to affect 1 in 2 people. And every 16 seconds, somebody's dying of cancer. So if somebody's dying of suicide every 30 seconds, someone's dying of cancer every 16 seconds, this is a problem. And this affects all of us, especially cancer. We all know somebody who has it, had it, or died of it. And cancer and disease is an equal opportunity issue. It doesn't care if your amount of money you have, if you're rich. It doesn't care if you're a celebrity. It doesn't care the color of your skin, how old you are. None of us are immune to it. And perfect examples of those who had a lot of money, who were celebrities, and are now dead. Steve Jobs, Farrah Fawcett, Patrick Swayze, and even more modern day people who have been struggling with cancer or just diagnosed or overcome it are people like Suzanne Summers, Michael Douglas, Juliana Rancic. Juliana is a beautiful, gorgeous, successful young woman who appears healthy from the outside. And she just had surgery to have her breasts cut off from cancer. And cancer and disease are completely preventable issues. And they're not death sentences. But this information is not presented, which is why Alive New York is here, is to present the other side of the coin. We're only given one side. So how do we have a choice if we're only given one side? Our whole goal here is not to force people to go natural, not to shut down the FDA, shut down the pharmaceutical companies, not any of that. It's just to say, hey, there's that option and there's this option. And so long as we are given both options, we have the ability to choose. Again, that ties into the power of you. If there are no choices, where is our power? We're completely being dictated and controlled. And so we want to offer choices to people. And the same thing, you know, with when you go in to have cancer, you're not given choices. You're given cut, burn, and poison. Chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery. And you're not told the stories of people who have beat cancer naturally, like Chris Wark, who's a speaker at our event, and Suzanne Summers, and others, many others. I healed myself naturally of several medical conditions, but these options, this hope, is not given to us. And that's all we want to do. We want to present choices to people, whether it be for health, whether it be for life, whether it be to a big scale of the celebrities that we are honoring and inviting out, whether it be their choice, whether they want to come, not their rep's choice. And it comes down to this. We all have a choice, but we need to be given the opportunity to make that choice. And that's what we're here for. And even if we know our choices, and we say, well, it doesn't affect me. I already know my choices. Well, that is wonderful. That is great. But chances are your neighbor, or your friend, or your loved one, they don't know. And so it's time for us to take responsibility as a whole and take responsibility for our brother and sister again, for humanity, and to come together and to share this mission, because this is going to be a historical event. And it will be historical because of people like you who are uniting with us and all of the others to come together at one place and at one time to present this information, to present hope, to bring this message of healing, of hope, of brotherhood again, camaraderie. And it's gonna be powerful. But we can't do it without you. And we need us all to remember the power of you. And if you go to our website, livenewyork.org, and you go to the Get Involved page, you actually see the different things you can do and the different videos that people have already uploaded, and we're having more and more come in and pour in by the day. As you can see, the collaboration of people and energy and everything else. So we just ask, again, if you can donate anything, go to alivenewyork.org and donate today, because you're the fuel that keeps this train moving. You're the fuel. You're the only way that this event will happen, that this event will reach at least 1 million people. It's through people like you. It's through people like me. Just we're all humans. We're all at the same plane. Doesn't matter how much money we make. Doesn't matter who knows our name. We all go to the bathroom. We all put our pants on one leg at a time. We all bleed red. We're all the same when it comes to this. And to think that any of us are too good for it, or too advanced, or too high up, is selfish and ignorant. And Alive will naturally draw in the right and like-minded people, and it will naturally turn away those whose hearts aren't aligned, and it will keep out that negative energy. And so I just wanted to share from my heart today, wherever you are at in your life, wherever you're struggling with, there is hope. And remember the power of you. You were born to be great. You were born with a gift and the fragrance of heaven on your life that no one else can replace. So, I'm signing off. Love and blessings to you all, and good night.